Hey everybody, it's Paul with InternetIncomePower.com, and in today's blog post slash video, I'm going to share with you a couple tricks and tips that I use to identify and find good niche site ideas and also affiliate site ideas. So let's jump right into it. One of the things that I do is I will sometimes start off in the Google products search area, and a lot of times just by kind of looking at some of their things that they show you, it can give you ideas. I mean, here's perfume, telescopes, so sometimes I'll look at some of the categories or things that Google shows and just start typing some keywords from there. But in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in just a random keyword that kind of just came to my head, and we're going to type in sewing. And the thing I like about this word is I don't know anything about sewing, but I'm going to show you how to quickly identify a possible niche opportunity with it. So if I type in sewing, I want you to notice that Google automatically suggests a number of other options based on what people search for. So other search terms and phrases. Now, all of these search terms could be a possible niche and or affiliate site idea, really. We need to look into it further, but one thing is there's no way to copy and paste all of these suggestions together. So, I used to kind of type them out and go back and forth. It was just a hassle. I found a quick, awesome shortcut for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Snagit. And Snagit is a great screen capturing program that takes pictures of your screen. You don't have to use Snagit. You can use any kind of program that'll take pictures of your screen. But in this example, I'm just going to use Snagit and take a picture of this screen that shows the auto suggest from Google. And I'm going to save this. I'm just going to call it 1. Okay, so we've taken a picture of these auto suggest terms from Google. Now what I'm going to do next is go a little deeper, dig a little deeper. I see sewing table, so I'm going to type in table, and then it gives me other ideas of what people search for. Sewing tables plans, sewing table on wheels, antique sewing table. So more good niche ideas. So I'm going to take another screenshot of this. So we'll have 2 screenshots in this example. I'm going to save this as number 2. So normally what I would do is I would dig deeper and type in some other, here's sewing patterns, and I'd type in a few other words. I'd probably get about 10 screens of these in 10 different images. But for this example, I'm just going to do 2 so you get the gist of it. Okay, what I've done is I've loaded up Photoshop Elements, and you can use that, or you can use really any photo editing program. It doesn't matter, just anything you can crop with. So I'm going to use the crop tool, and I'm going to just crop it right around the auto suggest terms. And this is the first one, and there we go. And then on the second one, I'm going to do the same thing and just crop it right around these terms like that, and click OK. All right, so what we need to do is we need to merge these 2 files into one. So I'm just going to take the first one and drop it into a new image, and then same thing with the second one, and drop that one into this image as well, just like that. And then I'll just crop this, just get rid of any extra like that. And now I'm going to save this as a new image. You see we have all those different auto suggests. This is still an image file. It's not a text file or anything, but I'm going to save it as a new image. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to show you one of my secret tips and tools that I use, and it's free OCR. I'm not involved or affiliated with this website at all, other than the fact that I use it and I love it. But it's called free-ocr.com, and it's an optical character recognition tool, and this is awesome. So check this out. What we're going to do is upload our new image that we created, and then we just have to put this capture in here. And what this free OCR will do is it's just amazing what it'll do. It actually converts those images into text. And now I want you to notice we can highlight and copy and paste this text. It's not an image file anymore. So if you can imagine, let's say that I did do what I normally do and did about 10 screens of these. I might have 50 to 75 phrases that I want to try out. Normally, without using this method, you'd have to type 50 to 75 phrases in one by one. But by creating an image of them and then bringing them into this free OCR, you now have text that you can just copy or paste. Now, one thing I'll say is it's not perfect. Sometimes there's a few adjustments you need to make. So you do want to just take a quick look at it and just do any small corrections. But there we go. It took me 5 seconds to do corrections. That was all it was. So now what I can do is I can highlight all of these phrases and click copy, and then go to any, go to GoDaddy or any kind of bulk domain registration site and just paste those right in. And then I can search for any exact match domain names. I can choose the extensions I want, and then I can search for any and all exact match domain names from those phrases. I mean, how cool is that? That is a huge, huge time-saving thing. And then what you can do is, on anything where you find an exact match, you can do some further research to see what kind of searches it gets, and then register that domain and start building a site around it. And you can do some very interesting things. I will say that I found one in this bunch that gets quite a few searches, well over 10,000, actually over 15,000 local exact searches every month, and had an exact match domain name available. So that is really cool. And with sewing stuff, even though I don't know anything about it, I know enough that the term that I found was over 76 cents per click on AdSense. And in addition to that, Amazon sells a lot of sewing tables, so there's multiple monetization opportunities as well. So I highly recommend doing this. You can find a lot of great ideas and find them quickly. Again, you just use the Google product search. You take a screen capture of these Google Suggest ideas, create one image of all the different suggestions, bring it into free OCR. It'll create a text file for you, and then you can put that into any bulk domain tool and see if there's any exact match domain names available. And then from there you can check which terms get the most searches and if any of them make sense for creating a niche and or affiliate site around. So that's my tip for the day. If you have any comments or tips that you do to find great niche sites or affiliate site ideas, make sure and leave those on the blog.